Hey everyone, Steve here at the TheDjLab, and big news today, man. It's been big news for the whole week, but this is super crazy. I'm gonna wait for some people to get in here so I don't have to keep repeating myself, and we'll see what's going on here. So my buddy's on here telling me that I was mentioned on DJ City. This is part of the whole funny April Fool's prank. Big April Fool's prank that happened, man. So I was trolling hard. I was trolling on everything. What's going on, Dodge Danger? Fucking haven't seen you in a long time, brother. So last night, it's late. I'm like, okay, what am I going to do for April Fools, right? I want to do something. So I decide that I'm going to use ChatGPT, make up this fake story about InMusic buying Serato. So I make up the story. I don't want to go on camera. I'm in bed. My girlfriend's sleeping beside me. So I'm like, how can I make this? And I want to make a fake website, but that was becoming too difficult, even though I had the HTML code and stuff. But it was too last minute. So I used CapCut to take the text and turn it into a video with like the words. So I put this shit up. What's going on, Nerd Report? So I put that shit out there about this whole fake story. And then as people are seeing it, someone sends me a comment and they're like, actually, dude, your news is right. It was Chuck 12 who first pointed out your news was right, but your story was wrong because it was this company. And he shows me this link and I go to this fucking weird website that looks pretty suspicious, to be honest. It didn't look legit. And it had this whole thing about how this company called Tiny bought Serato and did 66% of it. And they're showing the whole legal kind of agreement. There's things on the website saying, do not, what's going on, Mojax? Oh my God, we got Mojax going here. Mojax, that whole Tiny story, when someone showed it to me, I thought it was a lie because it seemed too weird. There was all this stuff about do not show this in the United States outside of this. Like, it was like so much legal stuff. It looked like the biggest troll going of them all. And I got to take off my Nightbot there because, well, I'm not on Twitch at the moment. I was going to do Twitch at the same time, but I thought, let's just stick to YouTube for the moment. So this whole company, Tiny from Canada, it's like, Tiny, who's this? It seemed like such a lie. It did. It seemed like a pure lie. You know, even last night, I actually even went on Wikipedia and edited the Wikipedia Serato thing to say that there was a buyout that InMusic bought Serato with a backroom deal with the help of DJ Tiesto. So I changed it on Serato's page on the Wikipedia, screen capped it, and then put it back to normal. But now, if you go to Wikipedia, I actually updated that with the news that they were bought by Tiny. Like I grabbed like the thing right from the news thing and popped it in there. And I took out the part about Alpha Theta trying to acquire it. So we'll see if they fix that or not. It's like, if it's not on Wikipedia, it never happened, I guess. Which is funny. What's going on, Jamie? So Mojax had the real inside scoop that someone from Serato actually said it. Now, here's the new conspiracy, I gotta say. Because I was talking to people in music today about this. I said, you know, we all know InMusic blocked the sale of Serato to Alpha Theta. This Tiny company is literally just an investment company. They're just money guys. How does anybody know? And I'm not saying this is true. It's just merely a question that I thought is, how does anybody know who gave Tiny the money to buy it? Like, not saying Alpha Theta did, but could they have? Is that something that could happen? Is there a workaround? Like, if you want to buy a company and someone blocked you from it, could you not just take your money and pass it to someone else and say, you go buy it, to make sure that the other guys, mainly like InMusic, they don't buy it? InMusic tried buying Serato many times, never happened. So we'll see. So a company from Canada, little tiny company called Tiny, and their whole business model, their whole thing is they buy companies and they leave them alone. That's their whole deal. And they didn't buy the whole thing, they bought 66% of it. So I don't know what that means for us. Yeah, you know what? Exactly. What you read about them, they seem like they're okay. It's just a private equity, guys. But where'd you get the equity, right? Who gave you the money? Time will only tell what happens with Serato. And I'm not like, I like Serato. I think they're pretty good for a lot of stuff. Me personally, I kind of lean a little bit more towards virtual DJ and DJ Pro nowadays. So if they had have dropped off the face of Earth tomorrow, I don't think it would have really bothered me that much, to be honest. Because, but I know a lot of DJs still use Serato, and you rely on it and you love it. So hopefully everything stays the same. I had a couple. There's some funny. I have some funny other things that I did. So I wish I just could pull this up on the screen, but this will be good enough for you. You see that headline right there? So this is interesting because now they've been bought by another company, right? It's like that Serato does an update to take away the sync, and all the Twitch DJs have to go back to play Minecraft. And it's not that InMusic blocked it, but InMusic went to court and they argued that the sale of Serato to Alpha Theta would hurt their business. Now, I made that last night with AI. I think that was pretty funny. I kind of got a bit of a chuckle out of that one. And that's the other one that it came up with, right? Because it's true. You know what I mean? There's a lot of great DJs on Twitch. Don't get me wrong. But you got to wonder, if there was no sync button, I wonder how good these guys would be. Oh, this is the first one I made. Now, this is funny. Look at that one. About that, Twitch users lose millions of followers. Oh, and then this is my favorite of them all. My favorite prank. I thought this was classic. And I know the guys in Japan don't really have a bit of a sense of humor when it comes to April Fool's Day, but hey, I'm not in Japan, so it's okay. That Pioneer DJ finally admits CDJ3000s can't play CD. And what I meant to do, but it's too late in the day, I think. I was going to actually make a video, a whole, like, legit video of me trying to put a CDJ, like, to put a CD in my CDJ3000 and act like I'm trying to troubleshoot the whole situation and try to figure out what's going on. And even go as far in the video, I was going to write a support ticket to Pioneer DJ Alpha Theta with this whole troubleshooting of, I can't get my CD working with my CDJ3000. That would have been a pretty funny troll to Pulse over in Pioneer DJ. And right now it's up to another country. So here's the deal. There's no good argument for anyone to say why this little company can't buy Serato. I don't believe anyone can stop that now. What's going on, Lewis Love? Which one, Mojax? The CDJ3000 one that they finally admitted? Because, I still, to this day, I wonder, like, will the next iteration of media player, are they going to call it a CDJ? Because Lewis Love, that was the other, You see, and now it's too late. April Fool's, as far as I know, is only good to 12 o'clock my time. And I realize there's different time zones I'm dealing with. But like Lewis did it. Yeah, the CJ one. Thanks, Mojax. It's funny, right? Um, my buddy Lewis Love runs Nerd Report. You know what the guy did? He trolled his viewers. He started up a thing on his channel. He's got a big channel. And he tells the people that, he's got to finally, like, he has to come out and admit something. And then he mutes the mic and he goes on to explain everything. And everyone on his channel is typing to the guy, dude, your mic's off. There's no sound. There's no sound, because they're all in anticipation, waiting for what this guy's going to admit on his channel. That was... So I was going to steal that. I really was going to steal that and make this big story, and then let you all sit there and listen to silence and watch you all freak out. But it's maybe next year. Last year, I did a whole April Fool's thing saying that I was selling all my equipment. It was all up for sale. And I put a ridiculous price. I had like, a Facebook ad out and everything, like for Marketplace, with ridiculous price. Like I was blowing it all out the door. People were pissed off, man. When I had to tell these people that responded, I'm like, dude, don't be ridiculous. There's no way I was going to sell 20 grand worth of shit for like $200. The fuck was wrong with you? It was April 1st. How did you not know? That's what I say. On April 1st, do not believe anything. I don't give a shit how believable you think it sounds. And that tiny one, I really thought it was a complete troll. I thought for sure. So let me know in the comments, by the way, what do you think about this Serato Buyout? Do you think it's going to go through? Do you think it's going to change anything? I read some people saying, oh man, Serato's going to do like Rekordbox and they're going to go subscription based. And Mojax, did you get a chance, by the way, to try out Apple Music with an xdj-az or an Omnis Dual? Because there's a lot of mystery around this whole thing. And I've been back and forth with the guys at Pioneer DJ, Alpha Theta. And they say, it says right on their site that you don't need to have a paid subscription to synchronize your music, like your BPM and key, over. It's a real strange. It's not like InMusic and Denon DJ OS, the Engine OS stuff. Because if you want to use Apple Music and have BPM information, you gotta analyze your playlist on Rekordbox, and then you gotta synchronize it over the cloud to your player. And on your player, you don't log in under Apple Music. You actually log in under your cloud, and that's where your playlist with the BPM and key information is. If you just log into Apple Music on an xdj-az or an Omnis Dual, and this might be an April Fool's prank on us, I don't know. Because as it stands right now, you analyze the track, you see the track, you see the BPM, you see the key, you go into the browser to look for your next track. The waveform for your actual headphone preview cue is sitting there, but where it says BPM key is blank. It didn't save that onto the USB. So it's not like you need to have a computer to use your standalone player with a streaming service, because you have to analyze it first. You don't need to do that. Oh, Mojax. I guess that's true. It's a bit of a conflict of interest for you, right? And you know what, Mojax? To be honest, I tried I tried Beat Source, and I really love Beat Source. My only problem at this very stage, at this very moment, is just that it didn't work on the CDJ, so I was doing Beatport. I'm getting sick of Beatport, and I would have Beat Source as well to, do some stuff and talk about it. And I've done the free trials, and, I'm poor. I'm a poor Canadian. We're going to be going through a recession pretty soon with all these tariffs and stuff, so I can't really afford to run all these streaming services. I don't really want to give a beat port just because it's kind of the only reason I kept the CDJ-3000s, to be honest. But, if you know anyone that wants to, donate a streaming service to Steve over here, I'd be pretty happy to not screw around with Apple Music because it's kind of shitty. Lots of music, but the music, it's not normalized. It's messed up. It's funny when I look over and Mojax is the only one. I know Lewis Love. I talked on the phone, but when I read this stuff, I read it in my own voice in my head. When I read Mojax and I look over and I'm reading it, I appreciate that, buddy. I read it in his voice. I'm sure every single person here that Mojax has the most identifiable voice on the internet. When you read something from Mojax, you hear his voice. Oh, and Mojax, it's funny that you're here too because I was on my Twitch stream and I can't remember who the viewer was, but one of the guys who watches my YouTube channel, he was telling me to get on Twitch a million years ago. And then he's asked me if I want to join this raid train, this disco thing that he's doing with another guy and you. And I'm like, oh, I'd be very happy to get on something like that as I'm trying to build Twitch up. And I want to do more mixing and less of this. This is fun. It's okay. But yeah, and it's such a hard struggle. It's that balancing act. You're trying to do Twitch, and Twitch requires you to be there. It's not like you can make it and set it loose and go have a life. If you're on Twitch, you've got no life. It's, yes, this Disco Squad. That's the one. And yeah, it's amazing. All this time I've watched Mojax, and I never really got into watching Twitch, and now I can't stop. It's so much fun. I'm either on it or I'm watching it. DJ Lewis Love has, by the way, Mojax, if you ever got the moment, follow DJ Lewis Love. I mean, this guy can mix, man. He's using all Denon gear. And he plays some fun stuff. He's got another fun channel. But yeah, the pranks were just, it's funny when you do like April Fool's Day prank. When people commented and like, well, that's not true. I'm like, it was right in my description. At the bottom, it said, Happy April Fool's Day. It really did. Mojax, by the way, I don't know why. I knew you're on Twitch, but for some reason, I wasn't following you, but I am now. There's so many good DJs on Twitch. It's crazy. It's like, oh, you do. That's cool. The camera sliders and, it's interesting. Mojax was saying that, he's going to focus more this year on doing things like talking about streaming because it's what everybody's doing. And when you look at Twitch, and I realize, man, from YouTube to Twitch, I'm way behind. I am way behind. Camera sliders, that the camera, it stays on you as it's sliding back and forth doing this whole cinematic thing. Looks really goddamn cool. I'd love to have a camera slider, but like my current setup right now, I don't have a spot where I could make my camera go across. What's going on, DJ Pierre? And so I don't know. I gotta set my place up differently. Or there's a streaming studio here in Toronto. And what's that place called now? God, I forget now. Let me look. But they have a really cool, P6 Live Studios. P6 Studios. They do all kinds of stuff for different people in Toronto for live streams. So I might actually go over there and start doing my live streams with the whole Twitch things because they have all the gear. Might be cool. So yeah, that's the big breaking news. Serato got bought out. I'm dropping stuff in my house here. And oh, you see that light there, by the way? I just bought. They were on sale, and I don't know where I'm going to put them yet. But the Govee Glide Lively lights. So there was like 3 sections and a power splitter. So you got like 2 sections that long of like 3. So I got 2 sets of them. You know, Mojax, I know I could use what I have. My only problem is I would love to have, like everyone else on Twitch, I really would love to have the camera kind of behind, like pointing at me and the equipment, and have like the backdrop and all that stuff. And I'm in a real small bachelor apartment, so it's very difficult to keep this in some kind of way. And I get it. Yeah, some people, you're using webcams, everything. Like, I got the good sound. I got the A7 IV. I got the up above. I've got the ZV-1F to look down in 4K to get the nice crispness of the AZ or whatever else I happen to put here. And I gotta say, I'm really been having fun. I gotta set them up again. The S11 with my 1200s and the Phase DJ is a really fun setup. Yes, I know. Rearrange, and this is like a Tetris game here. It's like you have so many blocks. I need to get the blocks out and start with a blank rectangle and rework it. It's difficult. Like, I'm working with 400 square feet here, and I got to sleep here and have my girlfriend come over on weekends, and it's bananas. The C920 is the SL1200 webcams. Underground Rescue Channel, what's going on? Hey, you know what? That whole Mojax, dude, your whole thing about old gear and talking about the dicers, what a great concept. What an amazing idea, because a lot of the new people, they don't know what they have. You know what I mean? They don't understand what we went through. And you know what I didn't know? I had no idea that Ian Golden designed those dicers. No clue. Makes total sense. Ian Golden was like God to me. I mean, I remember drooling for an S4 because of this guy, and drooling for F1 controllers. He sold so much tractor equipment for Native Instruments. It's just insanity. Because this guy just like was insane. Ian Golden, just like the goat of controllerism and doing whacked out things. Yeah, I could do a video shoot of rearranging equipment, but you might see me in the midst of it having a heart attack because, you know, I'm not in the best of health. And see, and then Jamie here, by the way, that's another funny story. I'm talking to Jamie and his wife Heidi on, I think that was Friday. I was getting ready, and I'm talking to them like by voice. And Jamie's from London with what do they call it? A Cockney? Is that the Cockney accent, or he calls it the Cockney? But I watched Coronation Street growing up, and man, some of the expressions that Jamie uses, I almost need AI to know what the hell he's talking about. It's funny. Dude just cracks me up. And then his wife, wow, she's a firecracker too. She like, I saw her picture, and then you hear her talk. And funny, man. The two of them had such a fun time talking to these guys. I imagine, Mojax, you're right. If I had a video where I was having a heart attack in the middle of moving stuff, strangely enough, as much as I might have some people who love my channel, There's some people out there that don't really love me and would probably be very happy to see that, but I'm not going to give anyone that satisfaction. Yeah, no, I don't want to do that. Now, I tell you, there's a couple times with some of these manufacturers where I've had the discussion with them saying, you know what, maybe I should make a YouTube channel of chainsaw versus your gear. Because for the money that I paid for it and how much money I've made with it, I probably would make more money with a YouTube video saying, you know, content creator DJ Steve Stone goes crazy and takes a chainsaw to all of his equipment. What's going on, Heidi? Um, could you imagine? Because I know there are channels where, the guy that takes cell phones and he, destroys them. No one's sitting there doing videos like just abusing and taking hammers and stuff to DJ equipment to see, like, what does it take? Light an AZ on fire, light my Euphonia on fire. How long would it take to burn before it was unusable? But I'm not that rich and I love gear too much. There's no goddamn way you could see me destroying gear. This is why, for instance, you look over here, everything's got deck savers on it. Another great thing out of the UK, man, decksavers.com. And they've got a code for me, for you guys. 15% off using the code the TheDjLab 15. Yeah, I remember that channel. Will it blend? Seriously, that's funny. I almost forgot about that channel because I so badly wanted to buy that blender because I thought, what an amazing channel. Putting shit in this high-end blender and saying, will it blend? What's going on, Euro Nation? Yep, 19 million for blending an iPad. Look at Mr. Beast, a guy like, crunches up Lamborghinis and stuff. So people would watch. I just think my relationship with these companies might go a little bit downhill. I don't think they'd appreciate it. Even my friends at 12-inch skins. I got so many nice skins on my gear. I don't want to wreck the skins. And 12-inch skins, there's another one of my partners here. We got 18% using the code the TheDjLab on skins. What's going on, Mix Factory? We're talking about, it's really funny how I did the whole April Fool's joke about InMusic buying Serato, and then the joke turned around because it was actually a company from Canada called Tiny who bought 66% of it. I should have played Lotto today. I should have bought Lotto tickets. Of all the funny things, like I was sitting there racking my brain, every April Fool's Day, like Reloop had the bready, the Reloop bready was a fucking toaster with a sync and cue button on it, popping up some bread that had the Reloop logo. Strangely enough, of all the Reloop products, that would be the one I'd likely buy because, well, my toaster needs to be replaced. And, I need a toaster. Dad shit. I didn't know Mojax was a dad. Can you imagine? Mojax is your dad? How cool would that be? Thanks for dropping by, buddy. I know you're super busy and all, so I appreciate your time. Anyone here that's not following Mojax on Twitch, by the way, for some strange reason, like I wasn't, go find the guy on Twitch. And if you don't have him on YouTube, you're fucking brand new to the world. You know what I mean? It's simple as that. If you're not following Mojax, the DJ City, I don't even know what you're doing on my channel. You must have stumbled across it while you're looking for cat videos and shit. What's going on, Conrad? Yeah, I'm doing all right. I'm okay. So, I don't know what to do with these Govee lights. You see, I got just one leaning against the wall over there. And I'm almost tempted to take that whole wall down and redo it with the lights, do something. I was going to put them over here in between my sound panels, but fuck me. You know how much work it is? This is like, this desk is deep. I'd have to take everything off the desk, move the entire goddamn desk, and practically come close to killing myself and pulling muscles to try to get them up in between. It would look cool, but I don't even know if I'm going to keep the sound panels on the wall, because that wall looks awfully dark. I used to have lights there before. I'd almost like to put like a big monitor on that wall or something. I don't know. I got to figure something out. So I bought 2 packs of these. This one's the sealed one. And they were on sale. Like 60 some odd bucks each, Canadian. So not a bad deal. Right now. And right now I only have, that's 3 pieces. It has 2 and a separator, so you have 2. I only hooked up 1 at the moment. What's going on, Dave? I only hooked up 1 of these things. But like, I like meters. I like spectrum displays. So I've watched a couple guys on Twitch that had these types of lights behind them, and nobody would tell me. I'm like, what are those? And nobody would tell me. And I think there's different things you can do. But this was, I've got Govee already. This is like a good price. So I thought, what the hell? When I get all 4 up, separated, doing something, it's going to look cool. I'm going to figure a way to make that look a bit cool looking. We'll see. What's going on here? Find my stick. I haven't really seen how these things react to music yet. Because now it's just going by my voice, right? Oh, so Underground Rescue Channel, he just looked into Tiny LTD. They killed Dribble. What the hell is Dribble? I'm still wondering, where did they get the money from? Because if I was their competition, that would be a great way to slide in the back door and mess things up. Yeah, they're 35 bucks off right now. And I had to talk to Amazon because I hate Amazon. They'll do a coupon for one, but I don't think they discounted me on both of them. So I have to re-look at my bill and see what happened there. Ah, that's interesting to know. Well, and that's just it. I didn't even think about doing that. And I've done that before where I went to go buy a second time, and because I already used the coupon once, when I went to go buy a second time, there was no coupon there to use. And honestly, now that I have them, I don't know if I even have a spot. I have a spot. I might put like one on either side of that thing. So I might not even need to have all 4 pieces, like to have 2 sets of them. Am I going live on Twitch today? I don't really know. I feel like I have, it's a tough call. It's so weird for me. If I spend 2 hours on Twitch, I might make something, but it's not going to be much. If I was to sit down and really concentrate and spend 2 hours creating like some 3 to 5 minute videos, like just bang them out. Here's the truth with my YouTube channel. Right now, I do maybe 1-2 videos every 1-2 days, and I'm making pretty good money. And if I was to say, and it's not impossible, if I was to bang 100 videos a day, I might be fucking rich. So I gotta really think in my head, where am I going with this shit? Because you figure 100 videos, only got to make $2 a day. See what I mean? That's not hard. That's not difficult. And once it's done, it's done. I'm not sitting here, performing, which is difficult. I don't know how these guys do it, man. What's going on, Dave B? You know what? I gotta take this for a second. Somebody fill this guy in, can you? Give me a minute. Hey guys, guess what? I actually got to roll and take this call. So thanks for popping by. And I'll probably come on a little bit later and do something here. Maybe I'll do something on Twitch too. I'll do a simulcast on both.